Good day everyone, so hope you're doing really well because I certainly am, and the reason is that we finally have a much more fun Spiral Abyss that we can play with. The problem with the previous one during the Mavrika patch is that you were kind of forced to have specific units to counter specific enemies, and this forced necessity with large HP pools and very specific blessings that favor very specific units, it kills the diversity of what you can do in the Abyss, and that just makes it for a lot of people a kind of a chore rather than a place where you can go and experiment with different teams and builds and so on. So basically what I'm trying to get at is that this Abyss is a lot more fun, and what makes it a lot more fun is that the enemies are, well, neutral against your typing, except for the kind of final boss. And the other thing is that we've got an AoE first half and a single target second half. In the past, it's always been like either or, and that's what I loved about it. Whenever you have that format, it opens up team variety. It allows you to play your Needle Bloom, your Hyper Bloom, your Burgeons, and suddenly the game itself opens up. It's what I like about this slower patch. This slower patch is not about trying to commercialize and getting to sell you units, and that's why I love it, because that means that the overall gameplay is going to feel a bit more organic, in my opinion at least, but we can have a bit of different discussions on it. Regardless, if you are looking to challenge this Abyss, all you really need are a bunch of good artifacts, play the classic team archetypes, and if you need some ideas, go on to GC Sim, or just Google it and go to the database and just look at some of your favorite characters and their teams, get some team ideas, build ideas, watch content creators, and generally it's going to be a good time, despite the fact that there is a lot less overworld content and events happening. So despite that, at least you have a far more fun Abyss. It's kind of ironic when you have all these quests and all of these events and things like Lantern Rite and Mavrika's Archon quest to do. The Abyss at that point should be at its most fun to keep you engaged after you're done. But Mohoyo is a very, very weird company in that regard. Regardless, the fact that I didn't speak at all about the enemies just tells you that, yeah, generally this Abyss is not that hard, and even for this final enemy that is supposedly kind of like tailor-made for Cryo, Charge Attack, Resley or Ayak or whatever, or Ganyu, it's still not too bad. You can still beat this enemy by brute force, which is what I did in the background. Alright, that has been it for your exact 3-minute review in Spiral Abyss. Hope you've enjoyed, and keep well. Cheers.